She will.
Well, okay, I think we're
So
getting ready
we'll
to
get
start.
her. Annie's got her stuff.
I can't wait.
I know, really. Bring it
Are
on,
you
Lori.
gonna listen to the music too?
No snoring.
Yeah.
No snoring. She's been helping me all afternoon.
Take a picture of
Yeah,
that.
that's too rich. She's hilarious. Well, okay, then good evening and welcome to Julie's living room. And my name is Lorrie Newman Keating, and I am from a little place called San Angelo, Texas, which is about 90 miles south of Abilene in the middle of nowhere. And I've been on the road for about 3 weeks now and just running around the country and visiting friends and high school reunion and going home and seeing family and stuff like that. So I was very happy when I got a hold of Julie and said I'm going to be on this trip and I'm going to be close. And she agreed to host a house concert, which I think is just amazing. And I think that we met through her effort with the Ladies' Night home concerts. And I think it's a wonderful effort, and it's growing, and I hope it continues to grow. And so I appreciate being able to be here on my way around the country and over the river and through the woods. So
Lori, is this started right for you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
so I have a CD out. I put a CD out a couple years ago, finally, after waiting all my life. And the name of the CD is called In the Booth. And the title song is for a friend of mine, a guy I've known probably 30 plus years, named Larry. We met when I first went to San Angelo when I was in the service. I went as a student, then I went back in the 80s as an instructor, and then I left again and I came back in 99, and I've been stuck there ever since. It's like a Twilight Zone episode, you just can't quite get out. So anyway, Larry and I have been friends for a long time, and we used to get together for lunch, and back when they had answering machines, the boxes, and we had phones in your house. And so he would call and he'd leave a message about getting together, and he'd say, well, I'll meet you in the booth in the back, in the corner, in the dark. And that was always the tagline, and we met at it was a pharmacy that had a lunch counter, and we sat in the booth, in the back, in the corner, and sometimes it was kind of in the dark. And we always had the same meal together. And then when I went away and I was overseas, and he'd write to me at the bottom of every letter, it said, "I'll see you again in the booth in the back in the corner of the dark." So that was kind of our tagline. It's always been our connection. So I wrote this song for him about 3 or 4 years ago, and that's when we named the album In the Booth. So this is the title song of my CD. Back, in the corner, in the dark, 2 chocolate shakes, 2 burgers and some fries. There we'd sit, talk and laugh, settle deep in conversation, and try to solve the problems in our lives. Then we'd hug and go our separate ways, knowing soon there'd be another day. In the booth, in the back, in the corner, in the dark. Now it seems like yesterday, since that night when we first met. I heard your voice, and music joined our lives. Back and forth through all these years, no matter what our situations, that friendship and the music still survive. And I knew on my trips across the sea, when I returned, you'd be back, in the corner, in the dark. Have flown on past, and that booth is long since gone, with miles and time between us. Nothing's changed. Now it's dinner once a month, always at the same location. And we laugh at how our lives get rearranged. Two passing ships have nothing to compare, but I will always see us sitting there, in the booth, in the back, in the corner, in the dark.
Wow.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you. And we do. Matter of fact, I've got an appointment with him as soon as I get home to go out to eat, because I'll be gone over a month. So. And it's it's been an interesting relationship, him and I, and I love him to death. He's a great musician in his own right. He's a wonderful songwriter. He's a wonderful sound man. He makes us, sound good when we play in town. So, well, part of this is not only to give you some stuff off my CD, but I'm a singer-songwriter, but that means singer first, and I've been a singer much longer than I've been a songwriter. And I know a lot of people do, and Julie and I talked about this early today about, doing original material and doing cover material, and the differences in that, and the challenges in that. I'm a big proponent of cover material as well as my own stuff, because without the cover stuff, without the other stuff that you learn first, most people you're not going to write. That's what prompts you to start writing, is when you're doing other music. And I'm just a big, I think that it's a great honor to the people that write it, and I try to pick songs that mean something to me that, I just enjoy doing. And so I've always been a singer first and foremost. I'm not the best guitar player in the world. I know that, pretty much. So, but I try. And so anyway, so the singer is actually that's the prominent thing for me. So I do cover tunes as well as I do my own. So this is one of my favorites. This is a Gordon Lightfoot song that I've been doing for a long, long time, called Early Morning Rain. In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand and an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go. But I'm out here on the grass, where the pavement never goes. Now the liquor tasted good, and the lovers all were fast. There she goes, my friend, she's a-rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver wing on high. She's away and westward bound, far above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall and the sun always shines. She'll be flying o'er my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down, it's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. Can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. So I'd best be on my way in the early morning rain. Thank you very much. So let's go back to the songwriter thing. I play with another guy back in San Angelo, wonderful guitar player, a guy named Ed Stabler. And since Ed and I have met and he knows all of my original material, he said you have a singular theme in your music, and for the most part he's right. My songs are relationship songs. They're songs of my life, the relationships I've been in. So like you're either falling in love or you're in love and it's great, and then it gets crappy, and then you're out of it. So it's the four stages of relationships, okay?
I think we can all put our.
Okay, so but that's what I write about, and I finally came to the conclusion that some people have photo albums, and those are the photo when they start losing their minds, losing their memories. Those photo albums are the things that they'll remember. Well, my songs chronologically, I know where I was, I know his name, I know what happened, and it never was good. It never ended well. So I haven't been writing as much lately, and I blame it on my husband. Because I've been with my husband for 13 years, and we've been married for 11, and I said, so now I'm happy, what do I do?
No,
You know, what do you do? I said, I can't write unless I'm miserable. I said, so let's get to work. You know?
wrecked everything, buddy.
And he's like, I'm trying. I'm like, you're not doing a very good job of it. You know, because I'm not writing. So anyway, this song I wrote back in 1992, as a matter of fact, and this is probably one of my favorites. It's also on the CD, and it's called I'm the One. Candles flicker softly as you kiss me. I can see your blue eyes shining in the glow. You lay me down and slowly start to love me in that special way that makes me want you so. The wall I hide behind for all the world to see is just paper in the hands of one And as you gently take that wall apart, I start to cry. 'Cause soon I know I'll have to say goodbye. And I'll go far away, and you'll go farther still. I'll hold you in my heart and wonder if you will come back to me someday to say your search is done and that your heart has no more doubt that I'm the one. For both of us, the past has left us hurting. It made it hard to trust and love again. I've heard it said, and now I can believe it. Two people can be lovers and be friends. Still you say you feel that something's missing, and you think that you alone can find the key. And when you tell me that you love me so, I start to cry. 'Cause soon I know you'll have to say goodbye. And you'll go far away, and I'll go farther still. I'll hold you in my heart and wonder if you will come back to me someday to say your search is done and that your heart has no more doubt that I'm the one. I know that I can't hold you, but someday you will see that what you're looking for just brings you back to me. Then I won't go away, and you'll be closer still. I'll hold you in my arms, not wondering 'cause you will be back with me that day to say your search is done and that your heart has no more doubt that I'm the one. You'll be back with me that day to say your search is done and that your heart has no more doubt that I'm the one. Thank you guys very much.
I know, box of Kleenex, please? I could have used one of that one.
have some actually.
Oh, I have a box, yes. Yes, now you know Lori's that kind of singer.
You either make them cry or drive them to drink. That's my motto.
We do what we can, you
And that's
know.
on the CD.
Yeah, that one's on the CD. Yes, it is. Okay, so there's 3 songs. This is a trilogy, and I tried to do them all together in a set because the story that goes with them, and all 3 of these songs are on the CD as well. So the story starts with this first one. I was 12 because of some major family dysfunction, and my family quick to fun and dysfunctional. So, and things that I had no control over. At that time I was in foster care, and so I was started another new school, which one of many. And so I go to this new school and I meet this group of kids, and they made me feel welcome, and we're still friends. I just had dinner with two of the girls, and in Charlotte last night I stayed with one of the guys and his wife, and stayed with my other friends. So we're still friends after all this time. And but the one boy, blonde hair, blue-eyed, yeah, 12, 13, there you go. This was like the first one of those songs. So anyway, his name is Joe, and I had to fight a girl for him. It was worth every bruise. It was worth every bruise.
Take her out if you get to.
So, but anyway, so I wrote this song for Joe when I was like 12 or 13. And so this is the first song in the trilogy, and the trilogy spans, some years. So this is the first song in the trilogy. It's called Song of My Heart. And I probably ought to fix this first.
Did you bring me a tissue, by the way?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Okay. I thought you were just joking.
No, I
Really?
was
Okay.
serious. I had to use my napkin and it wasn't fresh.
Had a little bit of that mascarpone on it, didn't it?
I had a lot of it.
Annie will comfort you.
She's like, oh, I'll get it in a moment.
I'm a little verklempt, yes, I said. Okay.
Little verklempt.
Little verklempt. Why do I feel this way more than any other day? This different feeling is much more. Tell me, have you ever heard the beautiful sound of a singing bird? The first time that I noticed was when you walked through my door. Pretty birds keep singing your beautiful song. Me and my guy will walk slowly on. Hand in hand together we'll stand, and I hope we'll never part. The song of the birds in the trees will be the song inside my heart. The day he asked me to be his girl, well, I thought that I would cry, but I'm happy and I know the reason why. My love for him is true, you see. It's just the way I want it to be. So pretty birds keep singing in that blue sky above. Pretty birds keep singing your beautiful song. Me and my guy will walk slowly on. Hand in hand together we'll stand, and I hope we'll never part. The song of the birds in the trees will be the song inside my heart. Pretty birds keep singing your beautiful song. Me and my guy will walk slowly on. Hand in hand together we'll stand, and I hope we'll never part. The song of the birds in the trees will be the song inside my heart. The song of the birds in the trees will be the song inside my heart.
beautiful.
She's better than a whoopee, isn't she?
She's going, don't you have another hand? You've got
Just
two
one?
rubbing hands. That could be a third or fourth.
Just one?
You
I know
see,
she's gotta
but you
watch my
see,
food.
she got up after the song was over. She calmed. She was listening.
Yeah, she was into it.
So the second song in the trilogy, so I met Joe in 1970, and so fast forward and it's 1977. And we're not boyfriend and girlfriend anymore because at some point I moved away, but we're still friends. We're all friends, the group is. But it's 1977, Lorrie has this like absolute brain fart, and she decides she's going to go in the Army because she's bored, doesn't have anything else to do. She has a full scholarship to college, mind you, paid. And after 2 years of college, she's like, I'm just tired. I'm going to go in the Army. I want to be a soldier. I don't know. I want to go see the world. And they're like, ooh, we'll send you here, and we'll send you, well, let's go. 4 years, I'll be back. I'll finish college. What the heck? It didn't work out that way, but that's another story. So anyway, so I go to start school, and I start school, and in 1979, I left for Europe. So my friend Joe was none too happy with the fact that I'd gone in the service. And then when I went overseas, well, he was really pissed off. He just didn't handle it well. So in 1980, I'm over there and I get a package and it's a tape. And on that tape is a whole bunch of songs that Joe's written. He's recording and stuff now, and I think it's great. And then there's this song. And this song is called I'll Wish for You a Special Dedication. And in the letter that he wrote to me, he said, the last song on this tape is for you. And I'm like, oh, cool, okay. So yeah, hand me the tissues, because I listened to this and I cried for 2 weeks. I'm like, well, what the heck? So I thought, well, I cannot leave this unanswered. This obviously, it demands a return. So I sat down and then I wrote the third song in the trilogy. That's how the trilogy works. So when I got ready to do this, I started playing this song almost immediately. And so when I got ready to record the album, I got a hold of him and I said, I'd love to record this song. Would you let me do it? He said, sure. No problem. He says, I'd love for you to do it. So, this is called I'll Wish for You. Let's make sure we're in the right place. I always wait till the last minute, and then I forget sometimes, and then it sounds really bad. So you'll understand why I was crying. And I was a big tough soldier, and big tough soldiers they don't cry. They're not supposed to cry. It's been years since you left me to find a new life. And now that you've left me, I can see you were right. The time had come that you realized how happy you'd be to pack up all your things and face reality. And every minute that you're gone, dear, I think of you. On every star that flies by, dear, I'll wish for you. Every day that I wake up to my radio, I hear the songs you used to sing, the songs I knew so well. I sing them softly to myself, remembering you, and how you smiled when you sang to me as only you could do. And every minute that you're gone, dear, I think of you. On every star that flies by, dear, I'll wish for you. the letters that I receive from you to me keep telling me where you are or where you will be. Oh, your life has changed since you left me, dear. You found a new life. I miss you more than ever, but I know that you were right. And every minute that you're gone, dear, I think of you. On every star that flies by, dear, I'll wish for you. On every star that flies by, dear, I'll wish for you. So I'm like a tearful mess for this. So I had to sit down, and about a week or so, 10 days or so, and I sat down and I wrote this third song. Now, just before I finish this up, just to give you an idea where we are now, on the album, and this is a bonus track on the album, and the reason it's a bonus track is because in 1990 I was on my second tour overseas, and my dad passed away while I was in Europe. So of course I couldn't get back here in time, and he was being cremated, so I had to wait. It was in September, right after my birthday, and I had to wait until December when my son and I already had tickets to come home for Christmas. I had just talked to my father like a week before. So I came home, and we had the memorial service, and Joe and Betty and Mary all came to the memorial, and so I was really depressed and everything, and Joe's like, well, come on, I'll take you up to the studio. I'm working on another CD, and I've got some extra room on my tape, and why don't you come on in and we'll record some of your stuff. So we went up, and they sat me in front of a mic, and I just ran off every original song I could remember, everything I had. And they recorded it, and we did a couple of overdubs on a few things. We did some vocal overdubs just, for fun, and then I went back to Europe. Like after my leave was over, I left. And so about, 5 or 6 months later, I get a tape. And Joe and the guy in the studio had gone back in and done more work on this particular song. And they had put more instruments in it, and the best part of it is right at the end, Joe comes in and sings harmony on it, which was just, and I just cried all over again. So when I got ready to do the CD, I thought, well, I'm going to re-record this song, and then I said, no, I can't, because I couldn't make it work. I couldn't get him to Texas, and we just couldn't make that work, and I could not imagine putting that song on the album and not having him singing on it. So I thought, I talked to my engineer, and I'm like, can I just do this? And he said, sure. He says, it's a great track. He says, and it's mastered well. He says, we can do that. So we put it on as a bonus track because my voice was, of course, like 20-some years younger, so it sounds somewhat different, I think, and I didn't want people to, kind of freak out. And in the liner notes, are available on the website. You can download them. So in the liner notes, I explain all of this stuff. That's why I did liner notes. So, but yeah, he did that for me, and I just felt that there's just no way I could have done that, put that thing on the CD and not had him on it. So. But interestingly enough now, one of the things that came to light in not that many years ago, is that Joe is now my gay ex-boyfriend, and so we found. And so when I came back from here, like everybody else knew, he had told everybody else, and he finally had to break the news to me, and he said, I got to tell you, I'm like, because I asked him, I said, how's your love life? And he said, oh, well, I never told you. He said, I'm gay. I'm like, well, I'm glad you finally figured it out, babe, because we've all known for like a long time. So I always refer to him as my gay ex-boyfriend, and my husband is like, he says, do you think that maybe he takes offense to that? I'm like, no. I said, because to him, he refers to me as his only straight girlfriend. So, yeah, all the other girls he dated, So yeah, we kind of, but it doesn't offend him. I asked him, I just stayed with him and his partner on my trip. Like, does this offend you? He says, no, not at all. So that's good. We're good. So,
We all have, you know.
You know, it's like,
See,
it's,
That's a good time.
he's still, I mean, like I said, he's still like, he's the love of my life. He really is. He's a wonderful guy, and I'm blessed, absolutely blessed to have him in my life. So this is the song I wrote in response to that last song, and this song is called All the Wasted Time. Well, you've done it again. Another song that made me think, that made me cry. But now there's something you should see about so-called reality that might explain the way that I've been thinking recently. You know that I've been gone. I've traveled halfway around the world and back again. And what I first set out to find, someone to love, some peace of mind, is hardly closer now than when I left you years ago. And I miss you as much as you miss me right now. I can't think of anywhere that I would rather be than back together with you, picking songs and sipping wine, forgetting all the wasted love and all the wasted time. You say that I was right to pack up all my things and go to fight the war. All kinds of battles have been fought, and through them all I have been taught that like a stream against a rock, it all can wear you down. But I really can't complain, 'cause the people and the places have been good to me. But always loneliness is there, through broken hearts and love affairs. Could it be that what I seek is in my own backyard? And I miss you as much as you miss me right now. I can't think of anywhere that I would rather be than back together with you, picking songs and sipping wine, forgetting all the wasted love and all the wasted time. The circle is strong, the friendship and the love that's here will never die. We've gone through happy times and pain, smiled at the sun, laughed at the rain. All these years we've run the course, and still we're going strong. And maybe you and I are meant to be apart, so when we meet again, we'll come to see the love we feel is something warm and something real. It could be we've been looking for each other all along. And I miss you as much as you miss me right now. I can't think of anywhere that I would rather be than back together with you, picking songs and sipping wine, forgetting all the wasted love and all the wasted time. And I miss you as much as you miss me right now. I can't think of anywhere that I would rather be than back together with you, picking songs and sipping wine, forgetting all the wasted love and all the wasted time.
Well,
Thank you. I have to say that was a lot of fun, putting the trilogy on there, and it's been interesting playing it when I get a chance to play out. People's reaction to it, people cry and people laugh, and the story, you know, gets funnier every time I tell it. So, or at least it does to me.
Can I
You
ask
lived
you,
it.
how did you respond to the song? When you
To the
read-
song? Oh, no,
When you sent it back to me?
when I sent it back to him, I got a letter back, and he's like, okay, he says, obviously the ball's in my court, you know? So, but that's why when he went without me knowing and sang on it, that's why it's so special, and that's why I had to put it on. There's no way that we could have done it without it. And he had actually written right before I left. He had written, when I in the lyric I say, well, you've done it again, another song that made me laugh and made me cry. He actually had written a song as I was getting ready to go into service. After I told everybody, he wrote a song before I left. And I didn't record that. For some reason, this trilogy just kind of worked out the way it did. But I've never sung that song. That's his song, and it never was something that I picked up to sing. But the one he sent me when I was overseas, it resonated with me, and it was something that I felt sing well. So I didn't do the other one, but that's the reference, because there was a first song when I left. So he was always doing stuff like that, writing stuff. And when I got married the first time, yeah. The following year when I got married the first time, he wasn't happy about that either when I came home. Just nothing I did made him happy, I guess. And so anyway, he grudgingly, he said, I'm not coming to the wedding. And my girlfriends are like, oh, well, if we have to drag you, yeah, you're going to be there. And he wrote a song for my wedding. And he wrote a song for a wedding present. And it's actually, I told him, I said, it's really kind of passive aggressive. The more I listened to it that was really, you were pissed when you wrote that song, you were mad. He said, yeah, he said, I wasn't particularly happy. I said, you can tell, listen to this thing. Because he wrote songs for other people when they got married, and I got to hear him. I'm like, well, I like their song better. I said, what were you thinking? He says, well, I was mad. And I'm like, well, then don't break when you're mad.
You had the snarky way.
I said, I would have rather that you got me a set of pot holders. I said, except that, I'm nasty. Yeah, so.
Did he sing it at your wedding? Or
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Yes, he did.
The snarky wedding.
Well, I sang at
song.
my own wedding. My first wedding, there's a picture of me in my wedding gown with my guitar, singing to my husband. I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. So, and then he sang it at the reception that we had, and so, yeah. And he was nasty all night. He just wasn't happy all night. So there's another song. Again, this is why there's certain cover tunes that I do, because I think some music, it's just meant to be done. Dolly Parton is probably one of my favorite artists. I love her. I just love her take on life in general.
She's so prolific.
She's a prolific writer, but she's just got the right attitude. Like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to look the way I look, and if you don't like it, turn around. You can just walk past, walk away. That's it. And I think that's great. I think that's a great, a great mentality.
We're all there with her.
This is one of her songs that's actually one of my favorites, and it's called Coat of Many Colors.
Oh, yeah.
Back through the years I go wandering once again, back to the seasons of my youth. I recall a box of rags that someone gave us, how my mama put those rags to use. There were rags of many colors, and every piece was small, and I didn't have a coat, and it was way down in the fall. Mama sewed the rags together, sewing every piece with love. She made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. And as she sewed, she told stories from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors that Joseph wore. And then she said, perhaps this coat will bring you good luck and happiness. And I just couldn't wait to wear it as Mama blessed it with a kiss. My coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made only of rags, but I wore it so proudly. And although we had no money, I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors my mama made for me. So with patches on my breeches and holes in both my shoes, in my coat of many colors, I hurried off to school, just to find the others laughing and making fun of me in my coat of many colors my mama made for me. And oh, I couldn't understand it, for I felt I was rich, and I told him of the love my mama sewed in every stitch. And I told him all the story Mama told me while she sewed, and why my coat of many colors was worth more than all their clothes. I couldn't understand it, and I tried to make them see one is only poor only if you choose to be. And although we had no money, I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors my mama made for me, just for me. Thank you all very much. This is a song that's going to go on the next CD. Actually, we're in production. We're already in finishing recording on a Christmas EP, a little 6-song guy that we're going to get out hopefully by the beginning of October. So if you want to get a heads up on when that's ready to go, make sure I'll get a piece of paper. We'll get some email addresses if you want to give me your email address, and we'll put you on the mailing list. So I did the recording. I did most of it before I left, and then my friend Ed is back there wrangling the cats now, trying to get the rest of the players in to get stuff done. So normally I have to take Ed out for cheesesteak on lunch, but I think I'm going to home a steak dinner for this one. So this song will eventually, we started working on it, and then last year I got overcome by events. We were moving, I had surgery, blah, blah, blah. So we had to kind of stop on this one, but we're going to go back to it. You're not happy.
Cheer up.
Okay. It's as happy as it's going to get right now. So anyway, this is a song I wrote. It's another song I wrote when I was in the service, and it's I was in California when I went away. It was the first time I was gone that far away. I'd never been on a plane until I went to basic training, and so now I'm on the other coast, on the left coast, as we call it. And so I wrote this song while I was in California, and it's called Home. From long ago a dream, since I was but a child, walk along a lonely beach and watch the sea run wild. And on that beach was someone else, and we walked hand in hand. I never saw just who it was, but I knew that it would be very special kind of man. 3,000 miles away, my family waits at home. When I was young, I truly thought I would never roam. But Now I've grown and fate has brought me here to California shore. Deep inside I find a loneliness. Oh Lord, I long to be safe at home once more. Why do I keep thinking home? Life is so much more than that. To go and learn and travel everywhere and find someone and some place to stop and love and stay together. Although the years have passed, the dreams have come and gone, that solitary dream remains. It helps me carry on. But it's no longer just a dream. It's now reality. For I have walked along that lonely beach. You're that special man who has walked there with me. Why do I keep thinking home? Life is so much more than that. To go and learn, travel everywhere and find someone and some place to stop and love and stay together. His name was Carl, and he was in the Navy.
Just to let you
That was the
know.
next question.
His name was Carl. He was in the Navy.
He was a lifeguard on the beach.
Big
Just
tall,
ran into him.
big tall, blue-eyed Navy guy.
You got a
Sailor.
thing for blue eyes,
I
huh?
do. There's something about it. That's better. Okay, so then my husband, after we'd been married for, I don't know, a while, then he comes to me, he says, well, you haven't written me a song. He says, I have to sit and listen to you sing all these songs about all these guys. He says, I'm patient. He says, I think I'm a fair-minded man. He said, but what the hell? And I'm like, okay, well. So I had to go, but I decided this was the first of many things. So I went to him in like July, and work was tough, and I went to him and I said, I think in October, I said, I'm going to take a week and go away. He said, where are we going? I'm like, no. I said, rewind. I said, I didn't hear the word we in that sentence. I heard the word I. You're going to go by yourself? Well, yeah.
Write that song.
And he said, why? And I'm like, I just need a week away. He said, where are you going to go? I said, I don't know yet, but I'm going to do it. So this was July, so I found some place up in Minnesota. Like Minnesota, like up way up north.
Minnesota.
Some timeshare up there. It was in October. Like there was nothing going on a lake. So I'm up in the middle of nowhere, Minnesota, and I'm thinking, okay. And I had a list of, I had an idea what I wanted to do for this week, and writing was part of it. So this is the song. I wrote this song while I was on the lake in Minnesota. And you'll hear that because it's part of the lyric, actually. So this is the song I wrote for my husband while I was gone, and it's called Gypsy Heart. This will be on the new CD as well. It's like, well, okay, red solo.
Rowdy. She's getting rowdy.
Hey, settle down.
I'm gonna simmer down.
Oh, now.
When you start eating the solo cups, then you know you've had too much. You gotta cut them off.
Here I am in a room on a lake in Minnesota. I've been planning months so I could get this time away. And this morning I slept in, but not as late as I'd imagined. Had some breakfast, then my tea and a cigarette. I popped in a DVD and then practiced my Tai Chi. That was something on my list of things to do. But now it's barely 10:30 a.m. and the day is still ahead. But my gypsy heart's in Texas, and I'm just missing you. If I were home, there's no doubt that it would be another Sunday with all the boring weekend chores that I always do. Make the bed and do the laundry, and your pants need to be ironed, and it's time to dust off all those ceiling fans. Then when you get home from church, we'll fix something up for lunch, and the afternoon has football games to see. Instead I watch them from my room on this lake in Minnesota. And my gypsy heart is wondering, are you just missing me? All my life I've been a drifter, both in body and in heart. Neither stayed in one place very long. And although I still get restless and I feel the need to go, after all our time together, one thing's true. I know my gypsy heart has found a home with you. So I look out from my room on this lake in Minnesota, a lake so big that I can barely see the northern shore. And the day is gray and rainy, and the wind across the water makes the white caps on the lake look like the sea. Sitting here, the time ticks on as I try to write some songs. That was something on my list of things to do. When my gypsy heart's reminded of what it already knows, that this lake in Minnesota would be better if I were here with you. Here with you.
Oh,
Sweet.
I never
I know he's
How many people go to a retreat? I think Minnesota. Well, there's Florida, there's San Diego, but then there's Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
Minnesota calling to
Yeah,
me.
and I will, if you watch some of my videos, when I talk about my husband, I pick on him incessantly, I do. They say that the more trial you go through here on earth, the greater your reward in heaven. I'm his trial, and I am doing the best job I can to get him the best. I'm trying to get him the best room up there. So I'm figuring, and he's Catholic, so I'm thinking sainthood.
there you go.
Let's start filing the paperwork now.
That's right next door.
Trust me, he wants to. I'm sure that every so often he wants to just do this. He's like, I can't take it anymore. The woman's out of control. She's just.
Somebody's got to do it.
So yeah, he's He texted me like earlier this afternoon. He says, "Are you pinging yet?" Like, because he knows, like, before I have to play that I start bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
Are you pinging? Stop pinging. I'm like, oh, well, good, thank you. He says, "There's your marching orders." He was a retired Air Force captain, and I was an enlisted person. So every so often we get the enlisted officer thing going, and then it really gets nasty.
Yeah.
Feathers start to fly, and so, and he's always wrong. It just doesn't make any difference. He's right. So people were asking me on this trip when I'm going home, and like, well, where's Bob? Oh, he's at home. Well, why isn't Bob with you? Because I didn't invite him. Oh, you're so mean to him. Oh my God, people, come on. He's a big boy. He can handle it. So he'll see this video and go, seriously, honey, really? You know, I don't say anything I don't say to his face. That's one of our agreements. I'm never going to say anything I don't say to him face on stuff. This is a great song. It's a cover tune by a guy named Steve Spurgeon. You might never have heard of him. This is a really pretty song. My partner in crime back home, Ed, has been doing this song for years. And he brought it to rehearsal one day, and he said, well, you know, so we decided to start doing it as a duet. So when we play together and we do this, we do it as a duet, and it really is a wonderful song. Everybody knows in their past there's somebody that fits in this song, I think. And it's called "She Always Smelled Like Lilacs in the Rain." She was 23 when Orville flew at Kitty Hawk. She lived to see folks touch the moon and take a walk. She did a lot of living in the years between, and the twinkle in her eye was from the things she'd seen. Well, I never knew John Campbell 'cause he died in 45. That old Scotsman was a legend and a little wild. But Miss Minnie loved him dearly, and sometimes she'd sigh, and she'd say, I see John Adam in your eye. And she always smelled like lilacs in the summer rain. She loved to bake a pound cake when the neighbors came. I can't imagine what I'd give to just sit at her knee again. She always smelled like lilacs in the rain. I can see her chasing chickens from her garden spot, picking okra in her bonnet when the sun was hot. She'd read me Uncle Remus till I'd fall asleep, and pray the Lord my little soul to keep. And she always smelled like lilacs in the summer rain. She loved to bake a pound cake when the neighbors came. I can't imagine what I'd give to just sit at her knee again. She always smelled like lilacs in the rain. There's just a little place now where her house once stood, 3 steps that lead into thin air, where I spent my childhood. No more lemon drops or doilies, no more fireplace when it's cold, just a crooked sign that says this lot is sold. And she always smelled like lilacs in the summer rain. She loved to bake a pound cake when the neighbors came. I can't imagine what I'd give to just sit at her knee again. She always smelled like lilacs in the rain. I can't imagine what I'd give to just sit at her knee again. She always smelled like lilacs in the rain. Well, I'd like to thank you all. That's our first set. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take a short break and get something to drink. If you are interested in buying a CD or a digital download card, if you're into that kind of stuff, I'd be more than happy to sell you one. And then I'm going to take a short break, and then I have another 30-minute set. If you all can stick around, I'd appreciate it. I'd love to be able to continue to make you cry. Yes! There you go. And make you laugh and be able to share this stuff with you. So just let me take a little break, and we'll be right back.
Oh, yes, on coasters. Yes, in our facility.